The good member from the 6th Legislative District, Representative Volz.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, urging adoption of this initiative. I've been around Spokane since about 1974 with some breaks in there. But I've seen something kind of remarkable in the last few years. I've seen much more interest in local school board races, much more candidates involved. Sometimes it was hard to even find one person to run for some of these seats. But they've become much more active and much more, I think, relevant to the people. In fact, I kind of got involved in a couple campaigns in the last cycle. Got to know a couple folks running for office. I also hung out with some of the folks at a local place getting signatures for this initiative and others. And I heard again and again and again, as I did throughout the district, that the parents feel marginalized. They feel pushed out. They feel excluded from the process. And that's a new development. I'll be honest, I spent my 4 years on the K-12 Education Committee with the good chair from the 37th, I think. And it's changed. It really has changed. The parents feel marginalized and pushed out and excluded from these decisions. And I'll tell you why, because more and more decisions are made in Olympia and not at the local school board. More and more bills are coming out of this body and this house and this process than they are coming from our school board. And all of our school boards have to frantically scramble to try to cover it. During those 4 years, I would meet frequently with the superintendents, as I continue to do. They had concerns too about this top-down approach to K-12 education, which has flipped over the entire scheme in the Washington State Constitution and how this thing was set up. The parents and the family, however you want to define it, the guardian, the single parent, step parent, foster parent, however we define this family, are paramount in the education. They are top. They are the most important thing. And the children and the family together are what we need to be focusing on. So this initiative does not marginalize the students. It does not. What it is doing is reasserting the value of the parents and striking that balance back in the system. And the gentleman from the 12th spoke about trust. This is about trust. And the trust in the public schools is waning in Washington State. We saw that on some of the levy votes and the bond votes this last cycle. At least where I'm from, a lot of them failed. A lot of them went down. And that is because of the trust. We see the lack of trust as students are leaving the system. The students are leaving the system. That is a lack of trust. This initiative restrikes the balance, puts the parents, however you want to define it, guardians, step-parents, grandparents, however you want to define it, in their appropriate role in K-12 education in Washington State. Thank you.